Oh, yeah. You are not centered.
I'm not centered. You were hogging up the space.
I'm so sorry.
There
Welcome
we go.
to Chatty Matty Monday. Shake the whole table, too,
Yep.
while you're at it. Stop. For people watching, I mean, they are getting their world rocked.
So sorry.
Happy Monday. We appreciate your patience on our time off. Last Monday was Labor Day, and my classroom was not done. And it was the day before school. And by the time we had gotten everything done with school and my classroom, it was after 6 o'clock. And we had fully planned on doing a Chatty Matty Monday because we had an excellent weekend at LaSalle. I think that was last week. Was that last week?
No, triple header.
That's right. It was all such a blur. Triple header was Plymouth for the fair. Saturday was Beaver Dam. Sunday was the Hill. And let me tell you, I was also moving into my classroom. We had just gotten out of construction, so we were just able to move into it. So I was in my classroom Monday through Friday, whatever time I had, and it still wasn't done because we were moving from construction. So yeah, we totally meant to do Chatty Matty Monday, but we were so deep, elbows deep into figuring out my classroom. But if you saw, it's all put together now.
It is very
and nice. It's been functioning for 5 days straight. Tomorrow we're going on 1 full week of school. Yep. 1 full day week of school because we started last Tuesday. So I'm officially 5 days in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so for those of you who do not know my day job, I teach 4th grade. So that is my day job. So when I appear late to the track on Friday nights from about September, and then April and May, it's because I just don't get off of work that easily. And I love my class. They're so good. I only have 16. They're so awesome. And I love spending every day with them. I think we have a really good time. We have a lot of jokes already. They have already requested showing a sprint car in class.
Oh boy.
We've got them hooked, ladies and gentlemen.
Gotta teach them young.
We've got to teach them young. But yeah, no, I mean, it's just been an incredible week, and we do appreciate it. Happy Monday, everybody. Hi, Jeff, and hi, Lindsay. Thanks for joining in today. Make sure you comment where you are listening from. We'd love to see where you are listening from here on Monday. Huge shout out to us, Erwin, with Living Like Outlaws for sharing our page as well. And then huge thank you again to the IRA Sprint Car Series for sharing our show as always. You know, we're just happy to be here on a Monday night. We take about 30 minutes of your life every Monday, and we are so happy to be here. We hope you all had a great weekend. This last weekend was at Cedar Lake Speedway with the IRA Sprint Car Series. It was a trying weekend, to say the least, with the amount of rain that we had.
Cold and rain.
It was cold, too. But we persevered as a broadcast crew as well. And just as a series, Friday night, we had 46 sprint cars in the house. And it was just an outstanding show. We'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Yep.
And then Saturday, we had just a fist fight with Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And I feel like that has just been the moral of the story this year. I think we've had 8 rainouts.
Yeah.
And it's not ever a great time. Rainouts suck, right? So it's a business, right? Track series, right? It's a business. So making those rainout decisions it's sucky on everybody, right?
Yep.
We want to
Everyone
race.
hates it.
Yep. We're not trying to say throw in the towel. We need to make sure that we figure all that out. It is a business. We want to race. We want to be there. But yeah, great show at the Hill Raceway. Absolutely. I wish we had a doubleheader at the Hill.
Yep.
Here's why. Because I want to be able to stay up in Door County without having to leave Door County.
Yep.
For those of you who have been to Wisconsin or have not been to Wisconsin, Door County is probably one of the most beautiful spots, I would say, in Wisconsin if you're not at a dirt track.
Definitely.
And we only get to go there probably like once a year. Did we go already this year? Yes.
Yep. We went earlier.
We went in June for your dad's birthday. But we always try to make it out at least once a year.
Yeah.
And we only live 2 hours away from Door County now. We used to live closer.
Yep.
But it is the most beautiful area.
Yeah.
And I think the Hill is such an awesome racetrack. It's unique because it's kind of like a tri-oval and it's flat.
Yeah, definitely. And this is my first time on it this year, and I absolutely love it. It's just so much fun. It even though it's so flat, it kind of feels like it races with a little bit of banking because you can get so much momentum around the top here.
Yeah, definitely.
And really looking forward to running it next year again.
With our 410.
Yep, with the 410.
We had a 604 this time, which was fantastic.
Yep.
But I
ran the wingless. First top 10 in the wingless.
Woo!
So that's not too bad.
3 races in with our 604 crate.
Third time ever in the wingless car and top 10. So
top 10,
not
baby. So happy about that. But yeah, huge thank you again to CK Contractors for our 604 motor. And we will be at Wilmot Raceway 2 nights next week. By we, I mean him.
That's the plan.
I will be there on Friday.
Yep.
He will be there Saturday too as well. Without me.
Yep.
Good luck. Goodbye. I'm going 141 with the sprint cars, but it'll be a really good show. They have their fall classic this week. So head on out to Wilmot Raceway as well. Friday night, you're going to see the IRA Sprint Car Series. And then I think the headliner show on Saturday is that Wingless Sprint Car Series as well. Anywho, we're going to get going on with the show. So hey, what's up, guys? My name is Chatty Maddie or Madeline Rue.
I'm Preston Rue, and I don't have a fancy, I'm Mr. Chatty Maddie.
Mr. Chatty Maddie.
Known to some.
And Chatty Maddie Monday is brought to you by DeZine Metal Art. They are located in Knoxville, Iowa, and they specialize in metal art, laser engraving, and UV printing. And speaking of UV printing, if you are looking to promote your sponsors in a unique way, let me tell you what DeZine Metal Art can do for you. First and foremost, poker chips. We talk about this all the time.
Yep.
They create custom poker chips. Do we have ours?
Nope, they're in the trailer. Oh, yep, here we go.
No, we got some.
We got extra.
We hand these out to fans because they're such a unique thing to give fans. That's different than a hero card. We have our number on one side, and then Preston autographed the picture. But it's printed like that. Preston didn't go and sign.
I didn't have to sign them all.
But that was the coolest thing. We give those to the kids. We give them to fans. It's something really unique and different. And then additionally, brand new to DeZine Metal Art are these wing panels. High quality. They're about 18 inches long. About 6-7 inches tall. 8. So they're a very good size.
They're not small.
And we are able to give those to our sponsors this year as a thank you and a token of appreciation to them. And you can as well for an affordable price and just for great quality. Make sure you check out DeZine Metal Art on Facebook. You can send them a DM or call them, and they will get anything laser engraved, UV printing, or any other kind of metal art you need right to your door to upgrade your man caves and she sheds. Greg and Chris, I love them to death. I really wish we saw them more.
Yep, absolutely.
They do so much to help us out, and they do so many different jobs and different ideas that we throw at them and what other fans bring to them. And they just always have such awesome quality stuff. So make sure you head on over to DeZine Metal Art and at least give them a like on Facebook and tell them that we sent you. Greg and Chris are fantastic people. And again, I wish we saw them more.
Wish we lived just a touch closer to Knoxville and we could make it there on a whim, which I suppose we've done before this year.
We have done it on a whim. It was a crazy time.
Crazy weekend.
We're going to move on. Another person we want to thank is Shape of You Nutrition. You're always scooch over that way. Other way, this way.
In the way.
Shape of You Nutrition. If you saw our video on Facebook before this, you did see Preston drinking a Rebuild. On the picture here, we do have a shake and a tea. The shake is 24 grams of protein, tastes like an ice cream shake with 0 or less than a gram of sugar. And it just tastes outstanding.
It really does.
Additionally, on the picture as well is a Gym Savior that is H3O, which is like that ultra hydrator. A Best Defense, which is your vitamin C. And Liftoff, which is natural caffeine to all power your way through your day. If you're interested in starting your nutritional journey, you can message Lisa at Shape of You Nutrition on Facebook, or Preston and I will get you hooked up with Shape of You.
Absolutely. Come and talk to us at the track.
Yeah, we have it at the track too.
We do.
If you want to try some. We're going to talk a little bit about what happened this past weekend at Cedar Lake Speedway for the 25th annual Jerry Richert Memorial. Night number 1 saw JJ Hickle schooling everybody. He had definitely the car to beat in that 2M.
Absolutely. And for his first time ever at Cedar Lake Speedway. Pretty amazing.
I was listening to my Race Pass feed, and when I heard Lauren say that, I wouldn't have believed him that's crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Just watching him, you would have thought he's turned 1,000 laps there.
Right. And, and I totally am a JJ Hickle fan. I like listening to the Drivers Drivers Project. We listen to that one a lot. When we go on like road trips, I think he's so funny. I think that he says it how it is, and you know what? I think that's pretty cool. JJ Hickle actually had the car to beat, but Caleb Johnson, I also would argue, had another really fast car that night.
Definitely.
I think that it was absolutely incredible to see. The racing that happened between Hickle and then Nini and Caleb Johnson. Even Austin McCarl was there too in the beginning as well. Once again, we had 46 sprint cars. That is a season high for the IRA Sprint Car Series.
Pretty amazing.
At Cedar Lake Richert Memorial. Thank you again to Brooke and Amy Tatnell and the entire Richert Tatnell family for hosting us for 2 nights this year instead of 1, and for $10,000.
Absolutely amazing.
In Boxer Media Hot Laps, it went to Joel Myers Jr., and then in qualifying for Carbon Safety Technologies, went to JJ Hickel and Caleb Johnson, picking up the High Plains Building Division Quicktime Award. Fox Lake Harbor Presents All-Star Performance Heat Race number 1 was won by Joel Myers Jr., who I picked to win. Yep. I thought he was really fast all night as well. He went quickest in qualifying in his group. He won his heat race. He put himself in an okay position for the dash.
Yep.
That 19 looked really good all night too.
Absolutely. And just ended up, I don't know, making the wrong decisions or something during the race there, and just fell back a little bit. But you really can't ever count him out.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's fast almost anywhere he goes.
Completely agree. Bodycraft of Antioch presents Baling Racing Equipment Heat number 2 was won by Logan Julian. Game Day Men's Health presents Engler Machine and Tool Heat Race number 3 was Max Guilford. And BR Motorsports and King Racing Products Heat Race number 4 concluded with Blake Neamy bringing home the win. And again, we kind of see this trend. IRA people, I said kid, because Logan Julian won.
Yep.
I would classify Max Guilford and Blake Neamy as kids. I hope. They're not.
I'm sure we're going to get a text from Blake Neamy after this.
I'm a kid? Robert Neamy. What?
Yeah, from Robert. Yep.
We held our own. I mean, we had, Joel Myers Jr., but then it was Logan Julian, Max Guilford, and Blake Neamy who brought home the rest of them that were IRA regulars.
Absolutely.
The dash draw was set on Facebook Live with Horizon Whiskey. That was Christopher Traum and Max Guilford that were on the pole. Max Guilford and JJ Hickel.
Yep, they were on the pole.
Christopher Traum won Optimum Electric Dash 1, and JJ Hickel would capitalize on the front row starting spot with that 2M, and he won Christine Hartman Dash number 2. 2 Baling Racing Equipment B mains were up next. That was won by Jake Blackhurst and Jordan Goldsberry, which unfortunately was their playbook all weekend. I think Jake Blackhurst won the B main on
Saturday as well. Yep.
Except he raced all the way up to a podium finish.
Exactly.
But, man. So Jordan Goldsberry, Jake Blackhurst in the B main and won those as well. Neamy would be the first to kind of give that 2M a run for his money. The 2M of Hickel kind of on the outside of the front row. He made that show his. It was his race to lose because that 2M was on fire.
Definitely. He was flying the entire night.
Additionally, Logan Julian and McCarl would challenge Neamy and eventually catch up. It would be Caleb Johnson.
Yes.
The battle was normally behind JJ Hickel. Hickel weaved through traffic. His car was hooked up. The track was different both nights.
Definitely.
I would say that Friday was a little bit more slick and it took rubber. And Saturday, was very heavy.
Yeah, never slicked off.
Yeah, never. Caleb Johnson would eventually pass Logan Julian and Blake Neamy and Austin McCarl to work his way up to his second place finishing spot. However, he failed to go to the scales, which of course disqualifies you. So the 6K was actually deemed disqualified, and he was actually he would finish 24th from the feature, which moved up Blake Neamy. Second place was Blake Neamy, and then Austin McCarl would round out the podium as well. And a huge, thank you to our safety crew. The track got a little gnarly at times. I know Travis Aarons, TJ Hattie, Logan Julian, and anybody else that I might have been missing. We had our safety officials on it this weekend, and they were definitely a help, and it was really good to see all those drivers walk away from those scary scenes.
Definitely.
So again, JJ Hickel would bring home the win. Blake Neamy second, Austin McCarl third, Logan Julian fourth, Joel Myers Jr. fifth, Max Guilford sixth, Jade Hastings seventh, Christopher Traum eighth, Brendan Mullen ninth, and 10th going to Jack Dover in the Estenson Racing 53.
Yeah.
Also good to see Estenson Racing back racing with us as
Absolutely.
well.
It's always fun to see that team come by.
The second night of the weekend went home with the New Zealand champion, Max Guilford, and the Greg Peeler Motorsports number 16C. He is also one of your Honest Abe Roofing Rookie of the Year contenders with Hefner Racing Products. And again, the track was very heavy because we had battled just constant rain before 4 p.m.
Absolutely.
And it kind of, it's hard to make a call. And I think that, it is what it is. And I think we had a really great race after all. Like, I think that it provided excellent racing for, throughout the rest of the field in the entire night.
Yeah, I agree.
36 We dropped up to 36, but still an outstanding field.
Yep.
For the IRA Sprint Car Series for the 25th annual Jerry Richert Memorial. This race would pay $10,000 to win. And, you know, a little bit of a different format for the night. We raced 5 heat races, and Passing Points was the name of the game.
Yep.
And it was anyone's chance to bring home that $10,000 payday. Boxer Media Hot Laps again went to Logan Julian. Fox Lake Harbor Presents All-Star Performance Heat Race number 1 was won by Alex Prikorsky.
Awesome.
Will Garrett's brought home Heat Race number 2.
Yep.
Game Day Men's Health went to Max Guilford, and Caleb Johnson won Heat Race number 4. And then Heat Race number 5 was won by Scott Brody, who blew the doors off everybody.
He did. He was flying.
Scott Brody did a fantastic job.
Yep.
But again, I want to highlight, you know, Logan Julian. He's just been fast. He must have rebuilt a car, and he has just been back to back fast since LaSalle.
Absolutely, yeah. He figured something out at LaSalle, you know, mentally or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And since then, he has been just
on
flying.
top of the charts.
Definitely.
And I think that, you know, I was talking to Brian, and let's remind everybody that it is really only Logan and his dad and maybe his brother if he returns back from college in their area. Like, it's so cool to be able to see them persevering. You know, when he rolls into the pits, it is his job to also get out of the car and fix and readjust the car himself with his dad, Brian. So it's cool to see that 85J in the front, as well as the great company number 8. Will Garrett's made 1 dash this year.
Yep.
And it was so ecstatic. I think, what race was it? Mississippi Thunder?
I think so.
I need Lauren to comment on it.
Yep.
But Will Garrett's made 1 dash. I still need to, you know, give him a Horizon whiskey bottle, actually, because that was a really cool dash draw that he was in. But he won his heat race as well. First heat race win for him in the 410.
Pretty awesome.
It is cool
really,
to see
really
as well.
Awesome.
We move on to the passing point format, which we roll a dice because there wasn't a dash draw per se, because they took the top 10 in passing points and they invert. They roll a dice for either 2, 3, 4, or 5, and that is the number of rows you invert. We rolled a 4.
Yes.
4. The invert was 4.
The invert was 4, so the roll was 2. Yep.
Yes, the roll was 2, so we rolled a 4. So that put the head point guy, which was Will Garrett.
Yep.
For the record.
Yep.
The Great Company 8.
Absolutely.
Hats off to Will Garrett. That was fantastic.
And second was
Alex Prikorsky.
Great night for the Great Company.
I love it. And Russ was there. I actually saw him in Victory Lane.
Yep. Oh, that's awesome.
With his son. That's not Steven
Snyder Jr.
Shoot.
They do look very, very similar.
I'm thinking Reese. I keep calling him not Steven Snyder, and I need to know his name. No, I'm going to apologize for him after this. But it's just not Steven Snyder. At the Chili Bowl, I was fully committed
At the Chili Bowl, she was talking to Steven Snyder Jr.
The entire time?
As if
he seriously was Steven Snyder Jr.
Yeah. It's too funny.
I hope he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
I honestly mean it in goodwill. Like, I do mean it well.
Yep.
I thought his name was Reese.
You might be thinking of Reese Saldana.
No. Shoot. I know his name. It's just not Steven Snyder Jr. But it was cool to see the win camps in Victory Lane for the hard work that, you know, they put a lot of stuff into this sport, and they do a lot to support those cars as well. So it was cool to see Alex Prikorsky podium.
Yep.
After winning his heat race.
It was awesome.
You know, it was really cool to see. Again, we inverted with the leaders going to that second row. So Johnson and Guilford would be the front row because of the invert.
Yep.
And Johnson and Guilford set a pretty stacked front row because that 6K was pretty fired up. He had a great car Friday night. It was just an honest mistake, he had said. For that, but it was a really cool front row with Max Guilford, who is really good at heavy tracks because we saw him do really well at Bloomington. But it was kind of an interesting front row.
Definitely.
We move on to the story of the feature. Guilford was in pursuit of another win. He wants another win bad for Greg Wheeler Motorsports as well. Guilford would lead the way and have everybody else left in his dust. The 6K would be in pursuit of Johnson with just 4 laps. We returned to green. Johnson was fast all weekend, so Guilford with Wheeler Motorsports would need to make quick work of lap cars. Logan Julian with the 85J, also with outstanding speed, was weaving his way from third and then challenged the 6K of Johnson for second and eventually overtook Johnson.
Yep. And it was just absolutely amazing to watch Logan Julian in those first few laps. Because he came from, I believe, 14th.
Yes.
And was up to third
immediately.
Yeah, really,
and again,
really
he
quickly.
did that from LaSalle.
Yep.
He can do really well on those starts.
Absolutely. He's a restart merchant.
Restart.
I
think your Wisconsin twang is coming out.
Yeah.
The 6K would be in competition for the podium finish until he made contact with that turn 2 wall.
Yep.
I believe he knocked a rear axle out or something.
Front. Yep. I think the front axle for sure. I don't know about
he ultimately retired the 6K for the night, which would move Logan Julian and Alex Prikorsky into podium spots when we racked him back up for the green. JJ Hickle would be the next to move into the top 5 spots over Goldsberry when we took that green. But Max Guilford would continue his dominance with the 85J and Prikorsky behind him. Hickle would move the 2M again up to 4th at a point. But he would have to fight really hard against the 4 Prikorsky because Prikorsky looked great all night.
He did.
With 16 laps ticked away, Logan Julian would wind up and biking his 85J in turn 2 and send him into the fence in turn 2. Again, I'm glad he was okay. That was a scary one to watch.
Yeah.
Because he had a lot of speed going into that turn.
Lots of speed, lots of air. Some pictures were released today of it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable how high he got.
Yeah.
So really glad that Logan Julian's doing all right.
Absolutely. And then he was able to walk away. Again, huge thank you to our safety officials. They did an outstanding job all weekend. The rest of the race was in the hands of the New Zealand champion, Max Guilford, as he would tick away laps one by one and remain unchallenged. Alex Prikorsky would have a career best finish of 2nd. And Jake Blackhurst would come from the back of the pack because he won the B main.
Won one of the B mains.
And bring home a podium spot as well. So how crazy is that finish?
Absolutely.
It just shows that the track was fast all night, that we had people passing the entire night. So recapping the top 10 of that race on Saturday night, Max Guilford 1st, Alex Prikorsky, Jake Blackhurst, JJ Hickle 4th, Jordan Goldsberry 5th, Brooke Tatnell 6th, Corbin Gurley, Danny Schlafer, Blake Neely 9th, and Riley Goodnow would round out the top 10 as well. The series is back in action this Friday and Saturday. We mentioned it earlier in our show. This Friday, we are at Wilmot Raceway for their Fall Fest. And then we head to 141 Speedway for $10,000 to win Sport Mod show that we are joining them with. That is their last visit to 141 this season and your last opportunity to see me jump in the lake.
Possibly.
It'll be cold. The first time we jumped in was in September too, though. I feel like it was warmer than how it was because it was really cold this last weekend. You'd have to look at the weather to see how that is going as well. Hi, Gracie. I'm going to look at the comments before we sign off because I'm trying to do better at that. Great show at the Hill. Yes. Hey, thanks for watching from North Dakota. Hi, Gracie. OMG. Show and tell at school with the sprint car. I think it also is pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
We're trying to get the STEM classes possibly involved as well to try to get them to change tires. Big Blake Nemi racing fan. I totally understand. I'm also a big Blake Nemi racing fan. I'm a fan of everybody, in all honesty. I love it. I wish I was there at great little track. Love it. What should we expect this weekend? I think this weekend we should expect an outstanding race at Wilmot. We always put on good shows at Wilmot.
And the car count's always really good at Wilmot as well.
It's always fantastic. The weather this weekend. Let me look. Shall we look? I don't believe I'm looking at the weather. I think
it's starting to get warmer.
Yeah. Oh, it's supposed to be 78.
Yep, 78.
0% chance of rain at all. Nice. 78 with a low 62.
Yep. There we go. Lindsay's already in it.
Kenosha.
It's supposed to be 80 this weekend.
Yeah. That's nice. What about Francis Creek? This weekend? Ooh, 77. Oh, nice. Yeah. It's going to be a great weekend.
It's going to be a really good weekend.
I would say good car count, good weather, and a good amount of track food.
Yep.
I love me some track food. Thank you all so much for watching DeZine Metal Art Chatty Matty Monday. Again, if you see us at the track this weekend with the IRA Sprint Car Series or Preston with the Wisconsin Wingless Sprint Car Series, come on over and say hey, and make sure you give the page a like. Super excited. We will see you next week Monday or this weekend at the track. Until then, I'm going to go make supper and prep for the rest of the week.
There we go.
I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for joining us on Chatty Matty Monday, Season 5, Episode 12. We will see you at the track this weekend or next Monday. Bye, guys.
See ya.